think Poole's going to be crazy on the Wizards, dude. Do you think we're better with Chris Paul now?
With Chris Paul, if we don't win a championship, is it a bust?
That 57th pick that we got is very fucking good. Just think about what Chris Paul does better than Poole. I don't know if he's going to be better than Sean Livingston.
Sean Livingston came in with...
Chris Paul wants to win, so he's not going to hide any secrets when it first happened. Jordan Poole, Chris Paul. When I first heard this fucking trade, this is what I heard. I heard Jordan Poole, Ryan Rollins, a top 10 protected first round pick, and an unprotected 2027 pick. That's what I heard from Woj at first. And all I heard is that we got Chris Paul back.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I was pissed at that because I was like, why are we giving up a top 10 protected pick? Jordan Poole's 24 years old, a rising star, much watched TV. I mean, I guess the entertainment part doesn't really matter as much, but I think it does just because it's the Wizards and they're going to have a rebuilding team. They're going to need to sell their tickets, you know? I just said the trade I heard was a top 10 protected pick. Now it's a top 20 protected pick for 2030. Second round pick still. But we added PBJ, Patrick Baldwin Jr. to the trade. And in return, the Wizards gave us the 57th pick in the draft. That 57th pick that we got is very fucking good. He was a senior. He's 23 years old. Power forward, center. I think he got compared to Montrezl Harrell. He's an undersized center power forward.
Jackson Davis.
Terrence Jackson Davis. He got compared to Montrezl Harrell as like a smaller but energy center. Finish at the rim with other bigger centers. I also saw his wingspan was like 7 feet. So he's kind of like Draymond in a sense. But the way he brings the ball up, dude, you'd be shocked. Like, he looks so comfortable out there, like, bringing the ball up, going coast to coast. Like, I just don't think he has a jump shot, but I think he just does so many other things so well that it's not going to really matter. But yeah, he's an elite pick that we got, which I do think our bench is going to struggle this year to start the year. I want to get your opinion on PBJ. Did you like him with the Warriors? Did you see the potential? Like, how'd you feel about PBJ?
I didn't care too much for him.
I didn't either. Dude, there's a lot of Warrior fans that, like, swear by him, but he's just 6'10" and can shoot.
Yeah, I didn't really
He does
care.
nothing. He literally does nothing else on the court. He doesn't play defense. He doesn't rebound. He's a tweener, like a 3 and a 4, but I feel like he's too slow for the 3, and I feel like he's just not strong enough for the 4. But he does not fit on our team, and so I was happy to see that he got traded. I'm not too upset about the first-round pick anymore just because top 20. Do you think we're better with Chris Paul now?
Absolutely. I think we're better. I think just because the playoff experience, just because of his IQ and getting everyone involved with the playmaking. And,
He's a little allergic, though, to chips.
I think it offsets with, you got Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Steve Kerr, Curry. It offsets the allergies, right? I think it's the allergy pills, you know? That's what we are to him.
I don't think so. I think it's just bad luck.
No.
He's cursed. He got the Drake curse. Unless he can prove me wrong this year, then I'll,
I think he's way better than Jordan Poole. I think he's a better fit for the Warriors.
No.
I think it's a win for the Warriors after this.
I don't think he's a better player than Poole, but I think he's a better fit than Poole. I think it's different. They're just different players.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I
But
think.
I think Poole's better, though. I think Poole's going to be an all-star. I mean, potentially an all-star. If their record's really bad, but he's putting up huge numbers, he might not get in. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But I think Poole's going to be crazy on the Wizards, dude. He's going to have the ball the whole time. It's going to be Tyus Jones, Jordan Poole, Denny Advida. That's it.
They got Gallinari, too.
Is he going to play? He's been out the past 2 years. 2 years been out.
I think Washington will be pretty big. Within the couple next years, they'll be pretty big.
They're not going to be big, no.
2030. 2030, I think they'll be.
Oh, 2030 is different. Well, because they'll have draft picks. They'll have to go through the draft. They're going to have a lot of second-round picks, a lot of development. Mm-hmm. I'd be interested to see what their G League team looks like. Not now, but like in the future, if they get some veterans players.
Yeah.
I think they could be pretty good in the future. This year, they're going to suck. But it's going to be my favorite Eastern team. I always do a favorite Eastern team every year. Past couple years, it's been the Hawks because I like Trae Young. Now it's the fucking Wizards. Jordan Poole. Mm-hmm. Huge Jordan Poole fan, but, I'm also a Warrior fan. I think Chris Paul is better than Poole for us, but I'm not saying Chris Paul's a better player at all. I don't think Chris Paul could average, 20 points a night.
I definitely agree, but I think just the Warriors, we're not, this is our peak. It's literally win championship because we have Curry, Clay, Dre. And, age is coming to them, and then it's going to be downhill afterwards,
Oh, yeah, but I was thinking about this, too. Like, remember when, back in the day, when the Warriors were winning the chips, we had Sean Livingston.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, like, the best backup point guard in the league by far.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got Chris Paul.
Yeah. Yeah,
Similar.
I definitely do like Chris Paul.
I don't know if he's going to be better than Sean Livingston.
Sean Livingston came in and was getting buckets.
He was
He was that
goddamn
guy.
good,
Like,
dude.
he was really good.
If you need a bucket, man, mid-range, post, tall, guarded, he was like a 6'6", 6'7" point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Defended, played passing lanes. Chris Paul's not going to give us that, but he's going to give us the structure. He's going to give us a little scoring, a little bit of playmaking. Other than that, just think about what Chris Paul does better than Poole, though.
His facilitating, his IQ, I think getting to his spots, as well as drawing fouls. This guy's...
Poole gets a lot of fouls.
Yeah,
He gets a lot.
he does.
I think Chris Paul does it smarter, though.
I think, yeah, that's really what I meant. Chris Paul...
He plays better defense, and Chris Paul's 6 foot. And he plays better defense than Poole, that's like 6'4".
I think it's just vet experience. Just that experience.
Well,
That's
Poole
definitely
just
what we
can't
need.
defend, dude. He can't defend nobody. I can't imagine Poole walking anybody up in the NBA. So what's the cons of Poole being gone?
I don't think there is a con to him being gone.
Well, bench scoring.
Yeah,
He averaged like 20 points a game
I could
regular
say
season.
that. Maybe just scoring because, sometimes we...
He was a plug off our bench.
Yeah.
If Curry ever got hurt, we're never out of it because we have a replacement of Stephen Curry, which no other team had.
But I don't think Chris Paul is too far off. He's not really far off compared to Jordan Poole. I think just his playmaking and getting to his spots. Chris Paul's really good at getting to his spots.
Yeah, let's talk about the pros now.
And then,
With Chris Paul.
Yeah, I feel like him
A
facilitating...
lot, dude.
Chris Paul facilitating is definitely a win. Then you got Draymond. They could definitely work off pick and rolls, Draymond and Chris Paul. On top of that, you have Klay Thompson, off ball, top shooter.
Fuck yeah.
Come on, I feel like that it works perfectly, especially like Poole and Klay. They're both looking to score. I mean, you got Chris Paul. He can facilitate everyone.
Yeah, there's only so many shots you can take with the team.
I think he's very good. I mean, Steve Kerr's gonna love Chris Paul too. No questions. I mean,
Well, you saw that meme, right?
Yeah.
The biggest thing I took away from this, because I was thinking of the pro and con shit, and I was like, Poole just had scoring. That was it. That's gonna be the biggest con. We're not gonna have a spark plug off our bench that's gonna get buckets.
Yeah.
But we were asking Poole to be a point guard. Chris Paul's. Think about this. We have the best point guard in the league still, Stephen Curry.
Right.
We have the best shooter in the league still, Stephen Curry.
Right.
We have probably the best shooting guard in the league, arguably, Klay Thompson. Although he sucked, he sucked this past season. I'll give you that, but he's still Klay Thompson. We have one of the best perimeter / rebounding small forwards in the league, Andrew Wiggins. Great fucking player still. If we retain Draymond, we have one of the best defensive players in the league.
That is the big question for us. Can we keep Draymond? Can we keep
But
him
if we do, we'll have the best defensive player, one of the best defensive players in the league. We'll have one of the best screen setters in the league in Draymond. We're gonna have one of the best defensive centers in Kevon Looney. That's gonna be controversial,
Dude,
but
I love Kevon
I think
Looney.
he's one of the top defenders
I
at
love
center.
Looney.
Switches, plays every game. He gets rebounds, blocks shots at the rim. I mean, and now
GP2.
Now we have the best point guard, backup point guard, by far. By far, he's gonna get the best out of our bench, hopefully. And I'm not too upset about the injury prone thing. I saw Stephen A. talking about he's kind of injury prone with his hamstrings, but he's gonna be on load management all season long, and I'm happy about that because playoff time you can ramp it up to 30 minutes a game if you want with him, but he's gonna make our bench nice, and we need to get a center to complement Chris Paul. Because he made Bismack Biyombo look like an all-star. When Aiden went out, that Laughlin dude, they were putting up like double digits numbers, like probably like 15 and 10, and they suck. It was just pick and rolls. Could you roll to the rim? Could you finish at the rim? And yeah, Wiseman would be pretty good with Chris Paul.
Yeah, Wiseman, if we would have kept him, it would have been great for us.
Wiseman had one more year in his deal, and it was this season, but he's making $12 million this year because he was a second pick of the draft. So their contracts are top 3 picks. Their fucking contracts are crazy.
I think we're gonna hit luxury tax next season, no?
Oh, we're already in it.
Yeah,
we've been in it for a while. That's why we had to give up Poole for the future. That's another thing actually about this trade that I liked. the future for our financial situation is a little bit more calming, I guess, because Chris Paul has $30 million this season. Next year's $30 million that he has in his contract isn't guaranteed. So if we want to walk away from him, we could. And also helps us sign Draymond Green. Because we couldn't guarantee Draymond Green's money if we have Jordan Poole on the salary thing too. Like, and also the fucking punch. I mean, shit. I don't want to talk about the punch like that.
Fiasco
but
preseason.
Shit, it probably had something to do with Draymond's negotiating. I don't know. It's a theory, but we just need a center off our bench that could work with Chris Paul and Kuminga too.
With Chris Paul, if we don't win the championship, is it a bust?
If we re-sign Draymond Green if we re-sign Draymond Green and we don't win a championship, yeah, it's a bust.
It's a bust.
I remember I saw an interview with Jordan Poole after we lost to the Lakers. He goes, I don't know what to tell you guys. We had a good season. We made it to the second round of the playoffs. I don't know what I'm going to tell you. I'm like, we don't get to the second round of the playoffs. We go all the way, dude. We always get there and get it done. Or we lose in the finals. I mean, 3-1, 2019. But we don't lose second round playoffs, dude. That's crazy. How do you feel about Poole's mixtapey type of play style with the Warriors? Did you like it or was it annoying?
I think, I don't know, maybe he couldn't find his pace. It was kind of just too fast for him at times. I felt like he kind of just had to slow down.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not like his mixtape shit. He was too flashy trying to make highlights, but it's like we're trying to win a championship. And we're trying to win games. Like, the flashy is cool for highlights. I like watching them, but I would rather him just be a bucket. Just don't... I guess that's how he plays, though. If he's not doing the mixtape stuff, I don't know what he's doing out there. Probably nothing.
I think that's just his play style. The whole mixtape thing.
But he does too much sometimes. Like the turnovers, dude, when he's doing some of these moves, I'm just like,
I don't know.
Jesus.
I think that's just his play style.
It is his play style.
And that's
it's
what really gets him
sometimes.
his scoring is because, the defender can't really keep up with him or guess what he's going to do next. So his play style is really what gets him his points.
I just think he's too young to do some of the moves he's doing, but I guess that's how you grow.
Right.
But it's because I want him to be like a Kyrie. Like, do the moves, but don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over, though. Make a tough move, shoot it, cool if you get the shot off, but he's too many turnovers, dude. Turnover machine. Chris Paul wants to win, so he's not going to hide any secrets. Even though he does hate the Warriors. He even said he was battling against the Warriors for 10 years, and it was kind of weird to but team up with us now. I think he's going to provide so much because I feel like he's so desperate now. Because this might be his last chance.
This
might be his last year in the league.
It really is his last chance to get a ring.
39 years old this year, about to turn 40.
I don't think it'll be his last time in the league. He could definitely be on a lot of teams and play as a vet. Develop these.
He's gonna want money. I don't think he's gonna get paid. That's the reason why I think he might retire after this. Unless we keep him and we win a championship and we're like, okay, we're run it back again. That's the only scenario I see him.
We are his only chance for him to get a ring. I mean, where would he go afterwards?
Could you imagine the press conference after that? If we're in we win a championship, how much shit is he gonna talk about KD?
I think, would it hurt his legacy? No. No?
He got traded to us. He didn't come to us in free agency.
Yeah, but it's like, playing against us from the Clippers, the Rockets, the Suns.
He had no choice. He came to us.
Your only way was to win was through the Warriors coming off a bench.
John Stockton never won a championship. I mean, he's one of the greatest point guards of all time. Chris Paul still could be one of the greatest point guards of all time, even if he doesn't get a chip, which is kind of weird. No other point guards like that, or besides John Stockton. His legacy's already bad, though. That's the thing. It's not going to ruin it. If anything, it's going to make it better. Because at least he won a chip.
I mean, that's the same thing with KD. They hurt on his legacy because he won it with us, the team that knocked him out to 3-1. But at the same time, it also benefited him because he actually got a ring with us.
I don't think KD gets a ring during that time span if he doesn't come to us. So, I don't think he has a good legacy anyways. I think that sounds weird to say, but...
Patrick Baldwin Jr.
I don't like him.
6'9". You don't?
No, I don't like him. He's gone. He's not on our team no more, too. UFC 290. I want to talk about that new fight that just got released as well. The main card for UFC 294 is going to be fucking amazing.
Volkanovski.
For 290? For Yari and Volk? Moreno and who's that? I know Moreno, I know Volk, but I don't know the people they're fighting. But the co-main fight's going to be 5 rounds. I know Yari, but I'm not too familiar with him. I think I've watched like one fight of his. But Volk is going to be a 5-rounder. Moreno's going to be a 5-rounder. And I think Robert Whittaker's going to win.
Moreno's always entertaining.
Dan Hooker.
Is always entertaining.
Dan Hooker's going to be a good-ass fight. Bo Nichols, undefeated. That's going to be a great fight, too.
What do you have? You have Volkanovski.
Volk, Moreno, Dan Hooker, and Bo Nichols. And look at the preliminary card. Lauer.
Oh,
that's going to be a good-ass fight. You got Sean Brady. Other than that, that's going to be a good preliminary. What's 291? I think this is the big one. This is with Poirier and Gaethje. That's going to be fucking crazy. They're fighting for a belt, too. That fake UFC belt. It's like you're not getting the belt, but it's a BMF belt, I think.
Ooh, this guy's 5'11", 155 to 5'9", 156. Both the same age.
That is the best
Poirier
card.
Has the best.
This is the card,
age.
Leo. This is the card. You got Dustin Poirier, got Justin Gaethje for the main card. You have Alex Pereira going up in weight, so he's a light heavyweight in this bout, I believe. I don't even know who the fuck he's fighting, but it's fucking Alex Pereira. You got Paulo Costa, Tony Ferguson's coming back. And then to start off the card, you got fucking Kevin Holland's. 291's going to be
Tony Ferguson?
It's El Cucuy.
Kevin Holland? Oh.
He's good.
Dude, this guy's good. Kevin Holland?
I don't think he's ranked, but he's just entertaining. Does it say preliminary on that? Derek Lewis? That's going to be wow, Stephen Thompson, Cowboy. Whoa, Michael Pereira versus Cowboy in the prelims. That should, I'm not going to lie, put that one to start the main card. No, that's Stephen Thompson, though, Michael Pereira. That's going to be a good fucking fight. That should be a main card fight. Like, not main card, like, not the main fight, but, like, it should be the intro to the main card.
This is the one you want. This is the one you want. Sugar
Sean versus Sterling 292.
This is in Boston.
August 19.
Sterling and Sean.
Oh, you got Zhang. You got Zhang in there, too, so it's another championship fight for the co-main. O'Malley's going to sell that fucking card anyways. And then 294 is going to be the good one, too. It's Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg for UFC 294. That's going to be fucking crazy. They're going to make a lot of money. I really want to see O'Malley versus Sandhagen. That would be like the best fight ever for bantamweight. Oh, maybe they're not on the main card then. But Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg will be fighting, though.
I got Elon. The guy's a heftier guy.
I got Mark Zuckerberg.
No way.
I like Elon more, though. I got Mark Zuckerberg. I think he does like training with jiu-jitsu.
That's
like
what I heard too.
Jiu-jitsu.
But I feel like he's just too scrawny, too small.
How do you? I think he knows what to do though on the floor. I think Elon used to wrestle. He said too though when he was little. But I don't know. I don't think he's gonna beat Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know if there's
Mark Zuckerberg was dead serious about the fight.
They both were. They need to be on a UFC card. 294.
They would bring over 1 billion views. This would be the biggest fight ever in history of the world.
Dana White with him.
I think that was pretty funny. You definitely would like to see Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg fight. That would definitely be like
main card UFC.
It would be headers everywhere across the world.
They said they want to do it for charity too, so they're gonna make a lot of money. But if one of them gets knocked out, that's gonna be fucking crazy.
Oh man,
that's gonna be crazy.
Man, do you think their stocks will actually be affected because of the fight?
Maybe memes, but I mean they're both like billionaires. Like,
do you know why I say Elon Musk and Mark
they're gonna
Zuckerberg
be just fine. Their money's not gonna change that much.
I definitely would like to see that. You're Mark Zuckerberg. I'm Elon.
I would go Elon if he wasn't training, but I've seen him train with like Henry Cejudo, I think, and like wrestled with the world champion as well. He won a contest for blue belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
He receives offered training from Masvidal ahead of the potential billionaire mega fight.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, if Elon gets some
Holy
training.
Shit, this guy's like 51 to 39.
They're not. What's their weight? Yeah, if Elon does get training, he's gonna win.
178.
If he gets good training,
and they even have like the net worth.
Zacherberg is gonna have more experience though, because he's been doing it for a little bit longer.
Nationality: Elon Musk is South African.
That's cap.
He was born there.
He's not African.
Yeah, his parents moved out there, and he was born in South Africa.
Don't believe it. Fake news.
I mean, they put social media sites on Meta to Twitter. Twitter is better than Meta. We all know that, right?
Yeah, it is.
This guy has 9 children. Holy shit. Companies own 1 compared to 7. Elon Musk is the winner here.
I see the most.
karate, taekwondo, judo. Mark Zuckerberg just does Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
What's that? What fight are you most excited for, though?
This one.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it happen. Make the rich guys fight. Why not? Make them fight.
That would suck, though. If, like,
I want to see
Elon-
Mark Cuban fight.
If Elon gets knocked out and then like all of his ideas are fucked, like it's like a, you know, what's it called, a coma or something.
Oof.
Now we can't go to Mars.
SpaceX, Teslas,
Yeah, Tesla's done.
Twitter. Come on.
It'd be all bad.
And Meta, I mean, that thing's drying up.
Question of the day:
Question of the day.
Apple Music versus Spotify.
Apple Music. Apple Music.
Like, why?
What do you mean why? I don't know. I just feel like it's so simple, basic. You know, you kind of get to it. I don't know. Spotify, I feel like it's more complicated.
Spotify's easier.
Apple Music is more user friendly. That's the reason why I like it.
It's the opposite, though. I think Spotify's more friendly. You can discover more music. Like, that's because the thing with Apple Music, you have your library and then you have the search thing. Spotify's just geared towards everything.
Listen to now. Browse, radio, your library, which is all your playlists and the search. Everything's
Spotify has the same
it's so
setup.
easier to navigate.
Spotify is so easier. It's easier to discover new music on Spotify.
I don't know. I just hate Spotify. Plus, I have to download it. Apple Music just comes with the phone.
The only thing I will say about Apple Music that I think is better is because I have the AirPods Max and they're very fucking good. They have better audio files for the AirPods Max. So they have a higher sound quality. But Spotify is coming out with hi-fi at the end of 2023. Anything that you can listen to that could hear with hi-fi will have hi-fi in it. Which my headphones do have hi-fi. So I might pay, I think it's a little bit extra to get hi-fi whenever they put it out. They do have better sounding for AirPods and that type of stuff.
I mean, I hope so. It's for all Apple products.
It's because they have like that thing where it's zoom, zoom, zoom. I mean, they have spatial audio too, though, so you could just turn that on when you're listening to Spotify, but I did hear they have better quality for the AirPods Max headphones.
Well, you kind of said it yourself.
But everything else, though, Spotify has a lot better stuff to offer, I think.
What is everything like? If it's the quality to listen to music.
It's for the headphones only, though. That's the only reason why it's like not that big of a deal, but
I think that's a huge deal.
just for the AirPod
You're
Maxes.
working out, you're studying, all that. You want to have better quality when you listen to music. If Apple has better quality, which in this case you're saying it does.
Only for
Apple
AirPod
would
Maxes,
be better.
though.
Yeah, and if you have an Apple iPhone, you have the Apple Music.
No? You have to pay for it.
Yeah, I know. But it's not like, oh, I'm going to have an Android and have Apple Music. If you have Apple Music, why would you get Spotify if Apple Music just has better quality?
Spotify's just easier, though. Stuff is just there. It's
not.
more open, too. Because
Apple
like you said,
Music-
they have it for Android, too.
Apple
It's
Music.
more optimized.
Android sucks.
The playlists on Spotify are so fucking easy, dude. Playlists. All of them right here. They're made for you.
Let me see. What we
Made
got.
for you. They have the DJ, the AI DJ that plays music for you. Your time capsule. You have on repeat, rewind. Like, hella shit.
We literally have all the same thing.
Shaking my head.
New artists, things that you would like. Discover
Apple Music
Radar.
has already all that.
They look at like people that you listen to and they're like, oh, these guys just dropped. Like this Mac Miller one. That's a new song they just
Shaking my head.
it's easier to find new music and it's easier to navigate.
Have you tried Apple Music?
Yes.
Have you used it?
I used it for a month, but I couldn't figure it out.
I don't know how you don't.
I've just been using this for way too long to like give it up on my playlists. It's so easy too. Spotify's so fucking easy to fucking move around. Love it. And we get the Spotify Wrapped. You guys don't have this. Spotify Stats FM.
All those quirks and everything just to listen to music.
No, it's like these are your lifetime tracks that you've listened to. You can do like streams or number of minutes played, like your top albums all time, last 6 months. They have hella shit. So
Just
Spotify
'cause
wins
it's-
basically.
Doesn't.
Spotify's better. Let's talk about the first trades. Bradley Beal to the Phoenix Suns.
I think they'll be like the Nets, honestly, where they just had a Kyrie, Harden, and KD.
Grade it.
B plus for the Suns.
And Wizards.
I think it's an A plus just because I feel like you're holding on to Bradley Beal and you're not going anywhere as an organization, and they're definitely headed in the right direction as rebuilding and just kind of just give everything up and just start brand new.
I mean,
especially with the Jordan Poole trade too.
Look at those first round picks though.
That's a lot of first round picks too.
We're looking at a screen with the trades. We'll probably put it up on the screen.
Cash on top of it.
Phoenix Suns got back Bradley Beal, Isaiah Todd. I don't know who that is. I think it's a power forward center. He's not going to get play time. Jordan Goodwin, very good point guard, and they're losing Chris Paul, point guard. So I think Cameron Payne is going to be their new starting point guard. Because I can't see Beal being a point guard. I can't see Booker being a point guard. So they get back a young point guard with Bradley Beal, but came with a cost. I mean, Landry Shamet, for one, is like one of their best bench pieces.
Yeah.
They lose Chris Paul, that's not a big deal for losing Chris Paul for Bradley Beal. But the first round picks though,
that was a lot of first round picks.
They gave up second
round picks.
They gave up pick swaps from 2024, 2026, 2028, 2030. And if you guys don't know what pick swaps are, it's like they keep their first round picks, but it's like the Wizards just get the better pick between the Suns and the Wizards. So it's only if the Suns fall apart and they just have to rebuild. That's the only case where I see that being very bad. But they do get a lot of second round picks. That's probably the main driving point.
Mm-hmm.
You get 2024, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. That's like what? Six second round picks?
And then 4 first round picks.
I'm just thinking about the Gobert trade, dude. The Gobert trade that happened with Utah, because they got a lot for Rudy Gobert. And I personally, if I'm a Timberwolves fan, I don't want Rudy Gobert. Like, I want to get off his fucking contract. So basically, Timberwolves gave up a fuck ton of first round picks for Rudy Gobert.
Timberwolves received Rudy Gobert, and the Jazz received Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly,
Walker Kessler, Vanderbilt, 2023 first round pick, 25, 27.
Top 5.
All unprotected in a top 5 2019 first round pick. Okay, that's a terrible fucking trade. That's a terrible trade. Gobert's making $41 million this season, $43 the next year, and a player option of $46 million.
Yeah, it's definitely.
He doesn't fit with Cat. They don't fit, and they gave up Walker Kessler. That guy's fucking good too, man. What the fuck did he do this year? Walker Kessler was a rookie last year, but that motherfucker's good. He was putting up 9 points, 8 rebounds, 72 from the field, 33 from 3, 2 blocks a game. That guy's good, man. They gave up young talent for Gobert, including all those picks unprotected, and then I think they gave a 2029 top 5 protected pick, which isn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a lot. When you think about that other trade we were just talking about for Beal, they didn't get enough back, I don't think. I mean, they got a lot of second round picks, but the pick swaps doesn't make too much sense. Just because I think the Suns are going to be good. They might be a championship team this year. You don't think so?
I think it's definitely hard to say just because of the West, and they also gave up a lot of role players that they needed.
But they got back, because they gave up Chris Paul. That was their point guard, right? But they still have one more year with Cameron Payne, and they picked up that Goodwin dude. The Goodwin dude's good, man. He's a sleeper. He's going to be a good bench piece. Beal's good. Booker's good. I mean, I don't know how they're going to facilitate all of this, but like they still have DeAndre Ayton. I mean, they have no weakness besides for defense.
Defense, maybe bench players, rotations.
They got 3 dudes that don't really play defense, and Booker, Beal, KD.
I think defense is always going to be a hit for them. I mean, we kind of expected the same thing this year. Obviously not with Bradley Beal, but we thought they were going to be the number 1, being in the championship, and they fell out against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's kind of like the whole Harden, Kyrie, and KD. That was a for sure solid win. They were going to be the champions, but
did you think they were going to beat the Nuggets? I wonder if majority of people what they thought about that.
I think everyone thought that. I think majority. I mean, 70% of the NBA would think that the Suns were beating the Nuggets this year.
Well, I'm just thinking about it because when the Warriors were playing, I was thinking we got to go through the Suns too. So I guess I was thinking that we would have to go against KD.
Yeah.
I didn't think Jokic would beat them just because of how they're placed out, Booker and KD. And they were going off.
I mean,
Until Chris Paul got hurt.
yeah.
He got hurt and that changed everything. I want to talk about the other trade that just happened right now too. Porzingis, the one that kicked off this whole offseason.
Oh, yes.
I mean, Beal's kicked it off, but like Porzingis's I was at work and it blew my fucking head apart. Wizards got Tyce Jones.
Boston Celtics, they received
Go down low.
Porzingis, a number 25 pick from the 2013 draft, which was this draft, the 2013 number.
Wait, that's
25.
going to Boston. All those. 2024,
a first round pick, a top 4 protected.
Boston.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're getting picks
Go
and
down.
Porzingis. Grizzlies are getting Marcus Smart, and the Washington Wizards get Tyce Jones, a pick, number 35th.
I
pick
wonder
in
who they drafted.
2023, Gallinari and Mike.
Mike Muscala. Okay, so Danilo Gallinari doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I guess if you want veterans, but he has like one more year in his deal. Marcus Smart to the Grizzlies, that's a fantastic trade. I don't know whose 35th pick is that. We should probably let me look up the draft real quick because I'm kind of curious who they picked because that changes everything. That's the NBA draft.
And they had the number 25th pick on the 2023.
Who did?
Celtics had the number 25th.
Oh, maybe they swapped picks, maybe? Let's see. Grizzlies, they drafted Marcus Sazzer. I think they said he's getting traded to the Pistons, though. I just want to see who he's... they say he's compared to DeAnthony Melton, can space the floor and thrives on the defensive end, but lacks size. So he's 6'1". That's who the Grizzlies drafted? Is that who they got? Oh, Wizards got that pick. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, it was 25th, but it says
That's
traded...
actually the Celtics.
That says traded...
25th.
That's okay. So they traded that to the Pistons for some reason. Celtics got Julian Phillips, and he was traded to the Bulls via the Wizards. So that was basically the Wizards pick, but they traded him to the Bulls. I don't know what they got. So they got 6'7". I guess this is a guard because he's only 197. Let's see who he's compared to. Oh, there's really no comparison. I don't think.
His own kind.
Yeah, just say he's a 3-and-D wing. So
3-and-D wings are always good.
I would assume that's kind of like DeAndre Hunter, but on the Hawks. But I don't know. I'm not too sure about that one. I think that's a terrible trade for Washington. I think you hold on to Porzingis until his value goes up again because he was, dude, at least on FanDuel, dude, was like at least 9K. I mean, he was putting up double-double.
Who wins?
Could space the floor.
Who wins in this trade? Is there a win, or does everyone win here?
Oh. So originally when I was thinking about this trade, I was like, what are they doing with Jaylen Brown? He has one more year in his contract. But in the future, I don't know if they're able to give him that Supermax from next year. And I don't know, dude. This could be tough. I think if there is a winner, it's definitely the Grizzlies.
I think so too. I think that it just fits with the team.
25-game suspension for Ja Morant. They're losing Dylan Brooks, defensive demon. As much as I hate him, his energy on defensive end. Every team wants him. He just has no offensive game.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're getting defensive player of the year, right? And you're pairing him with the other defensive player of the year, Jaren Jackson Jr. And now they're really fucking good. I mean, they gave up Tyce Jones, which I think was a big piece for their bench. But if you're going to get back a combo guard and Marcus Smart that can play make for you, defend, do basically everything, and he's going to bring that culture, that winning culture that the Celtics had. And I feel like his position, that's what's going to make the Grizzlies the Grizzlies. Because I think Dylan Brooks was the Grizzlies.
Right.
When he left, or when they said they weren't going to re-sign him, I was like, I don't know if I like that. But now that they're getting Marcus Smart, I think that makes more sense. Also, Tyce Jones' contract was... This is his last year under contract, and he's making $14 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they would have re-signed him. I think he would have went elsewhere anyway. So big W for the Grizzlies, and that's coming from Warrior fans. So that's how you know it's fucking real. Like, I think the Celtics got a good trade too, but it's just like, can Kristaps Porzingis be healthy? That's the biggest question.
That is it.
But they got size now. They have guys that can beat out there. Giannis. I don't know if I like Kristaps versus Giannis if they face the Bucks, but you never know. I mean, that's gonna be tough either way.
Mm-hmm.